water, if this ocean is a being in itself, just one mass, one being, and if the sun, for example, is just another being, as in Ra, and this planet is a being, primarily being the water being its mind or its spirit, or its mind and its spirit. And if it's one being, and we are made up mostly of water, maybe up to 90% composed of water, and we all can't live without it. We all have water in us all the time. Could this not be more of a convincing argument for the fact that we are all one and we're not separate? If we are composed mostly of water, and you have the same water in you that I have in me, and we try to maintain this illusion that we're somehow separate beings, it's like the microorganisms in your stomach arguing about who got there first. Who has control of this stretch of the intestine, and who wants to stay over that part of the colon? You know what I mean? We are the laughing, dancing crap of the world. And I personally want to enjoy myself while I'm here. But the point I'm making is that water may be one being, and the fact that if it's one being and it's in all of us, then in effect we are all just part of this one being floating through space, interlaced with this entity flowing through us, flowing in and out of us. And it gives a whole new meaning to the words "go with the flow." If I go against the flow, how can I go against the very thing that's supporting me? Makes absolutely no sense. This liquid, which, like the number 9, it comes back into itself all the time. So the same water that we're drinking from the tap may even have been the same water that's gone through us already and come out the other end. You know what I mean? So, as above, so below, as within, so without. So this water, literally, you don't know how many times you've drunk the same glass of water, if you think about it, really. Where's all the water going? Could the water that you're drinking tomorrow morning be a derivative in some fact of the water that your neighbour used for their bath water 2 months ago? The idea that I'm getting at is that entity which is seemingly separate, if you imagine water to be this one entity, seemingly separate in its usage for different people all around the globe using water, if it is actually one being, one entity that allows itself to be separated, to be used to support life on this planet, we could be akin to like the parasites that I mentioned earlier that we have, and the bacteria that we have that we take for granted, just as the 70 to 90% water quantity that we have in our units. We could be akin to them in relation to this planet and the main actual life force, because if you think about it, this water, without water we'd have nothing on this planet. Obviously we need sunlight, so there's something going on between the sunlight and the water, you know what I mean? This could also be a convincing argument to make for consciousness itself, or for existence itself, human beings, life, all being one, being the ocean. If the ocean is considered as one, then a drop that comes out of the tap, or a drop that comes from the sky when it rains, seemingly separate, seemingly a lone particle, alone in the world. Yet when it recombines with the water, it becomes one with the ocean again. It does its job. It comes into being. It's used to treat wounds, cure, feed people. It's used to keep people alive in emergencies. It's used for all various types of essential everyday needs. It does a great job. Who is its employer? starts its day, serves this person, it serves that person, it serves its community, it serves its nation, it serves our community, it serves our nation. And then when it finishes its life, it recombines again. It returns into the ocean and becomes one again, the great being, the vast ocean. And I believe that the same goes for us. One day, time will come when all of us embers, all of us little sparks, will be returned to the great fire for it all to start again.